Hello viewers, good morning to all of you. Welcome to UN virtual class. I am Rasmi Ranjan Mishra, lecturer and head of the Department of Bachelor of Business Administration. Today I am going to represent a subject relating to entrepreneurship and small business management. And on today's discussion we are going to discuss the types of entrepreneurship and different types of entrepreneur. So listen carefully, we will discuss one by one. So before going to discuss the classification or different types of entrepreneurship and entrepreneur, first again I am reminding you what do you mean by entrepreneur or who is an entrepreneur and what is entrepreneurship. We have already discussed in our previous class the basic concept relating to entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. So just I am reminding you, an entrepreneur is an individual who starts and run a business with limited resources and planning and is responsible for all the risks and reward of his or her business ventures. The business idea usually encompasses a new product or service rather than existing business model. So entrepreneur means a person or a human being who usually contributes money or money's worth at the time of starting a project or ventures and usually takes some amount of risks, and he or she is the person who is going to start his business initially by contributing money or money's worth and taking certain amount of risks to make the project successful or to fulfill his objectives or ambitions what he has taken into consideration before starting of that project or the ventures. So a person who utilizes the limited resources and by contributing his skills and knowledge and intelligence take the project successful or go ahead and make it future viable or the growth, that is called as an entrepreneur, or that person is called as an entrepreneur. So the business idea is basically encompasses the person who starts, or the entrepreneur basically takes a new idea for starting of a new product or providing a new service rather than existing business model. That means the person who starts that business or the entrepreneur usually starts from the very beginning for introducing a new product rather than existing or developing the existing business model. Now we are going to discuss what is entrepreneurship. That means the act of being an entrepreneur is called as entrepreneurship. So it refers to the process of creating a new enterprise and bearing any of its risks with a view of making profit. So entrepreneurship means the process of creating an entrepreneur or creating an enterprise. That means the person or the entrepreneur, when he thinks to start a new enterprise and bearing certain amount of risks with the view of making certain amount of profit, so that process is called as entrepreneurship. It is an act of seeking investment and production opportunity, developing and managing the business venture so as to undertake production function, arranging inputs like land, labor, capital, material, and introducing new techniques and products, identifying new sources for the enterprise. So basically the entrepreneur at the time of starting the business takes an opportunity for developing the business or managing the business venture so as to take it more profitable, and taking into consideration certain factor of productions like land, labor, capital as well as material, and implementing or introducing new techniques, methods or the procedures for developing the product, and identifying different new sources for the enterprise which is beneficial for the growth and development of the business. Now we are going to discuss the different types of entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is basically divided into 9 parts. The first one is administrative entrepreneurship, second one is opportunistic entrepreneurship, next acquisitive entrepreneurship, next incubative entrepreneurship, next one imitative entrepreneurship, next one is private entrepreneurship, and next one is public entrepreneurship, individual entrepreneurship, and the last one is mass entrepreneurship. So we will discuss one by one the 9 types of entrepreneurship. The first one is administrative entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurial activity under this category is centered around administrative technique and functions. So as the name suggests, administrative, that means the entrepreneurship, when the entrepreneur starts that undertaking, or basically this type of activity is undertaken with a view of administrative techniques and the procedures and the functions. It gives a new option to handle the prevailing or the future situation in a more effective way, and that provides advantages and a competitive edge. So as it is administrative entrepreneurship, basically it takes into consideration more effective way, so that provides more advantages to the business and taking into a competitive edge. So different types of techniques basically implemented in administrative entrepreneurship, like total quality management, job redesigning, new techniques of doing things, participative management, management by concessions are the few examples of administrative entrepreneurship. These are the some of the basic examples where the administrative entrepreneurship is undertaken. So that increases the overall organizational efficiency and makes the firm successful and sustainable. So when administrative entrepreneurship implemented, in that case that increases overall success or the organizational efficiency, and it makes the firm more successful and sustainable, so that meet the competitive market environment. The second category of entrepreneurship, that is opportunistic entrepreneurship. There is a proverb, hit while the iron is hot. That means we can say that when the iron is in hot position, in that case if we will hit the iron, in that case the iron expands. So that is called as a opportunistic. That means the entrepreneur, when he thinks that there is an opportunity, and by utilizing certain knowledge and skill, that opportunity will be favor, in that case that is called as opportunistic entrepreneurship. So it is the best exhibit of the characteristic. That means hit while the iron is hot, that is the best exhibit for opportunistic entrepreneurship. Environmental changes always offer new opportunity, but everybody is not equally capable of identifying and to utilize that opportunity on time. So in today's scenario, environment is changing in every moment. There are different types of a situation is happening, and in every moment taking into consideration that situation, new concept, new methods or procedures are developed. But entrepreneurs are not all capable to implement or to go with the collaboration of that new opportunity or the methods. So those are taking that advantages of implementing that new techniques or the procedure, they will become successful entrepreneur. So that is one type of opportunity for them. By utilizing the new opportunities or utilizing the new techniques and skills, by improving the products or developing the products and making market more demand or make the more competitors or that stands in a competitive world, that makes successful for the entrepreneur. So opportunistic entrepreneur is like that. As environment is changing in nature, everybody is not equally capable, so those are identifying and utilizing the opportunity, they will become successful, and they are called as the opportunistic entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship that identifies, exploits and executes the opportunity in the first hand, they are regarded as the opportunistic entrepreneurship. So generally the opportunistic entrepreneurship, they first identify and exploits, and every opportunity they take into consideration their first hand and they become successful. The third category, that is acquisitive entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship that learns from other competencies is called as acquisitive entrepreneurship. That means those learns from others, their competitors, they are called as acquisitive. It acquires something new of value from, that means existing that can be developed by acquiring something new. The competitive environment or achieves the competitors' technical capacity. Always they collaborate with the different competitive environment and taking something new achieves the competitors' technical capacity, and utilizing that technical capacity of the competitors, they will become successful. It keeps entrepreneurship sustainable in a competitive environment. The failure never restrains them from acquisition but motivates them. In certain cases, some entrepreneurs they become failure, but that never demotivate them and they never restrains them from the organization. But they think that there is one motivation or that motivates them to discover some new things for a new visitors. The fourth one is incubative entrepreneurship. This category of entrepreneurship generates and nurtures new ideas and ventures within the organization. So this type of entrepreneurship always search for new. That means they generate or implement the new ideas or things or technology for their business or for their ventures within the organization and become successful. It productively executes them and ensures material gain for the organization. So by creating a new idea, implementing that or executing that and ensure that material or the resources are sufficient for that organization to become more successful for the ventures. They pursue and help to get different technology to promote creation and innovations. And in addition to different resources, they also take into consideration different technology, and they want to promote the creation and innovation. Always they think for creation or for innovation. For that is called as incubative. There are certain examples, Microsoft or Nokia. They always incubate new varieties types of products and creates the product differentiation in the market. That's why in today's world, Microsoft or Nokia or different companies are there by utilizing or gaining knowledge and always searching for new things or creating new technology or innovate new idea, implementing that, developing the product so that becomes more differentiation in comparison to other products in the market. The next one is imitative entrepreneurship. This entrepreneurship that imitates a goods or service operating in the market under a franchise agreement. So there is an agreement or which is called as a franchise agreement made in the market with relation to other competitors or other entrepreneurs. So that is called as a imitative. It is the medium that spread technology over the world. So generally imitative entrepreneurship a type of a medium which spreads technology over the whole world. It adopts existing technology in countries over the world and also adopt existing technology with a minor modification. If there cases certain modification is there with minor modification, the existing technology is implemented so as to appropriate the local market condition and to gain more advantages compared to others. The next one is private entrepreneurship. This entrepreneurship that is initiated under private sector. So those are called or those are initiated or operated under private sectors. They are called as the private entrepreneurship. The government gives various supports as well as subsidies through private and public concern. So generally for private entrepreneurship in today's scenario, government provides various types of supports in relation to finance or in relation to technology or any other additional financial assistance or support service is made through private and public concern, so that encourages the private entrepreneur to initiate in taking more entrepreneurial ventures. A mutual relationship between private and public sector will make more success for economic development and there is a speedy and balanced economic development. So in case of a private entrepreneurship, there is a relationship made between private and public sector, so that will make the economic scenario more developed or there is a balanced economy, and if any problem is there, that can be speedily recovered with making proper cooperation or collaboration between private and public sector, as government provides various types of support as well as different types of initiative activities, so that different entrepreneurs they think to implement that and making the system more developed. The next one is public entrepreneurship. This entrepreneurship that is undertaken by the government through its various development agencies. So generally public entrepreneurship is conducted or going through government or different development agencies that are cooperated or guided by the government. All countries, developed or underdeveloped, they take public initiative in venture idea and fulfill the initial deficiency of private entrepreneurs. So in today's scenario, all countries are there, whether maybe the developed countries or underdeveloped countries, they always take the public initiative and fulfill the initial deficiency by starting public entrepreneurship, or different types of private entrepreneurs are there to in order to fulfill the initial deficiency to make the product more demand or to make the economic system more developed. Different initiatives made by the public concern, so that the private entrepreneurship also developed. Next one is individual entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurship that is undertaken by an individual or a family with a personal initiative, that is called as a individual entrepreneurship. So basically in case of individual entrepreneurship, single person or the group of persons are there that belongs to joint family or the family combined with each other. If they take initiative to start the business, that is called as a individual entrepreneurship. In case of a mass entrepreneurship, this type of entrepreneurship emerges in an economy where a favorable climate of motivation and encouragement exists for developing a wide range of entrepreneurship among general mass in mass entrepreneurship. So in case of a mass entrepreneurship, generally there is a system of a favorable climate, and that makes more motivation and encourage to providing wide range of entrepreneurial activities, and that basically increases the small and medium enterprise in country. Now we are going to discuss the types of entrepreneur. What are the various kinds of entrepreneur? As per the discussion, there are 5 types of entrepreneur. One is business entrepreneur, second one is trading entrepreneur, third one is industrial entrepreneur, next fourth one is corporate entrepreneur, and the fifth one is agricultural entrepreneur. So we will discuss one by one. A business entrepreneur is any individual who starts and operates business assuming the risks associated with the venture. So basically a business entrepreneur is a person who is an individual and generally who starts or operates the business with taking certain amount of risks for starting the venture or the risks associated with the venture. That means using one's own collateral in exchange of a startup financing. That means the person who usually start up by utilizing his certain amount of risks associated with existing business or taking money from certain lending institutions, they are called as the business entrepreneur. They tap both production and marketing resources. Basically, in case of a business entrepreneur, they basically trap the products as well as the marketing aspect or the resources for their search to develop the new business opportunity. The next one is trading entrepreneur. Normally, the trading entrepreneur deal with the various activity which deals with marketing, branding, and exchange of goods or services. So trading entrepreneurs are deal with different marketing aspect, branding aspect, or different exchange of goods and services. That means those fit the trading entrepreneur. There is a definition. They create and develop new idea in order to making trade more effective. So basically the trading entrepreneurs, they take into new concept or they always create or develop the new idea so as to by implementing that idea they make the trading more effective, and hence their sales will be enhanced or there will be aim for trading entrepreneur that the sales will be maximized. The third category of entrepreneur, that is called as industrial entrepreneurs. It can be defined as being usually concerned with the manufacturing activity which aim at developing new products in the industrial sector. So basically industrial entrepreneurs aims at developing product in particularly industrial sector. So they are concerned with the different types of manufacturing activities for developing new products. These entrepreneurs find in any industrial units such as electronic industry, textile industry, machine tools industry, or any other type of manufacturing industries. So the industrial unit concerned or the entrepreneurs are basically involved. Next, a corporate entrepreneur is a person who demonstrates his innovative skills in organizing, managing a corporate undertaking. So basically corporate entrepreneurs are the persons, those are demonstrate their individual or innovative skills. They always search for new concept or new idea, and they innovate their skills, implement their skills in organizing as well as managing the corporate opportunities or the undertakings, and that basically register under some statute as it is corporate entrepreneur. So basically the corporate entrepreneurs are registered under some statute or law, and that gives a separate legal identity or entity apart from the other types of entrepreneur. They are purely separate as they are guided with certain statute or rules or the provision of law. So basically that gives a separate legal identity and existence. The next one is agricultural entrepreneurs. These are those entrepreneurs who undertakes the agricultural activity as raising and marketing of crops, fertilizers, or other inputs of agriculture. So basically agricultural entrepreneurs are involved with the agricultural activity. That means raising and marketing of different agricultural products or the crops or fertilizers or other inputs of agriculture. By taking into consideration all the inputs of agriculture or different fertilizers or the seeds, they develop their business, and that's why that is called as agricultural entrepreneur. they are motivated to raise the productivity of agriculture. As they are agricultural entrepreneur, they are always motivated to develop or increase the crops of the agriculture or productivity capacity of the agriculture through different mechanization process, irrigation process, and in case of also there is application of a different technology for a dry as well as agriculture. So the agricultural entrepreneur always search for new things, and that can be made through different mechanization process or through irrigation process, or in case of certain cases application of a different technology for dry and agriculture products. That's why that become developed and they will be more profitable, or their business will stand more profitable and growth in competitive scenario. So according to use of technology, there are three types. One is technical entrepreneur, second one is non-technical, third one is professional. A technical entrepreneur is a man or an woman who applies their use by using the technology. Generally, technical entrepreneur by using their technology develop the products rather than marketing. Basically, they demonstrate their innovative capabilities as a matter of production of goods or rendering of different services. Non-technical entrepreneurs are those that are concerned with the technical aspects of the products. Basically, non-technical entrepreneurs are not usually associated with the technical concept. They are concerned only with developing their product by utilizing their own skills or alternate marketing and distribution strategies. Professional entrepreneur is a person who is interested in establishing a business but does not have interest in managing and operating it once it is established. As they are the professional, so they are always interested in establishing the business which having no interest of managing and operating. Once it is established, that will be continued. A professional entrepreneur sells out the running business and starts another business with the sale proceeds. Then according to motivation, one is pure entrepreneur, second one is induced, third one is motivated, and fourth one is spontaneous. Pure entrepreneur is a person who is motivated by his own psychological and economical needs or rewards. He undertakes an entrepreneurial activity for his own personal satisfaction. Induced entrepreneur means the person who are induced by other by utilizing his knowledge and skills, taking help from different sides and making the business more profitable. Basically, induced entrepreneurs take the help from the government, and the government assistance, incentive or concessions are there which are made to the induced entrepreneurs, so that they will be more induced or more motivated, and due to certain constraint they are not developed their products, and now they are utilizing their knowledge and skills from different sides, developing the products and make the business more profitable and promote the entrepreneurial activities. The next one is new entrepreneurs, basically who will start their self-fulfillment business. They come into being because of possibility of making and marketing some new products. As they are the new entrepreneur, they always starts with some new concept by using the technology or the methods. If the product is developed into a sellable stage, then the entrepreneur further motivated. So after developing their product, if that will make more success, then they think for another terms of a business or another concept that will be developed, or they will be motivated by reward in terms of a profit. Spontaneous entrepreneur is that they are business because of their natural talents. That means spontaneously their talents are developed. They are the person with initiative, boldness and confidence, with the ability that motivate them to undertake entrepreneurial activity. And such entrepreneurs have a strong conviction because that spontaneously arises their skills or the knowledge. So there is a strong conviction and a confidence in their inborn quality and a inborn ability. So these are the some of the classification of entrepreneurship and entrepreneur. Hope you all have aware about this by listening or by seeing the PPT. If you have any doubt, then you can give your comments in the comment section. In our next class, we will discuss the other parts relating to entrepreneurial activities. Thank you. Bye bye.